This week on Open Season TV, it's James' turn to hunt his home state of Indiana. We'll take you on his season-long quest to harvest a mature Indiana whitetail through all of the ups and downs, all the way up until his tag is punched. There's no place like home because it's open season in Indiana.
Oh, holy, and he's down right there.
In the morning, boys are getting ready. Thermos full of coffee, firing up a Chevy, praying that we get a shot out in the clear. Mud on the tires creeping through the backwoods, hubs locked up, rooting through it real good. Keep her slow and quiet down in low gear. We've been checking them off and waiting too long for this time of year, and it's open season. Bucks and bulls in full camouflage from a duck blind or a tree stand. We're gonna track them all from the break of dawn. Yeah, they better keep one eye open while they're sleeping, 'cause it's open season. Well, it's a way of life and it's what we love. Folks round here can't get enough of that open season. Bucks and bulls in full camouflage from a duck blind or a tree stand. We're gonna track them all when the break of dawn. Yeah, they better keep one eye open while they're sleeping, 'cause it's open season.
Open Season TV is brought to you by Thermoseat, Stay Outdoors, Scent Crusher, Scent Off, Game On, Tacticam, Share Your Hunt, Monster Meal, Attract, Nourish, Enjoy.
Well, after chasing speed goats and mule deer out west, it's finally archery season in my home state of Indiana, and I'm hoping all the scouting and hard work Chuck and I have put in is going to pay off. I can't wait to get in the stand and hunt some whitetails. It's our first night here in Indiana. It's October 9th, I believe. It's hot, it's about 80 degrees, but we got a storm front coming in. We're sitting on an awesome place. It's the first year we leased it, but we come in here and made a hidden killer food plot. Rain's killed us. It's been dry for 60 some days, but at least something come up. But I know there's some bugs hitting these scrapes and rubs in here, so hopefully one of the shooters that we got on camera comes in here and we'll get it done tonight. This season, I had 3 bucks that I wanted to kill, and we finally got the right wind and the right conditions to hunt the Big 8 in one of our killer food plots. It's the night of October 12th, hunting iron in a new spot we call the Northeast Food Plot. Got awesome temperatures, it's 60 degrees a day. It's our second day in a row with 60-degree temperatures. Before that, we were in the 80s, so we've had a storm front coming through every night. It just cleared off. It's a beautiful clover plot. We got Resurrection Killer Food Plot clover in here, and they're carnage brassicas and stuff, and the deer are just eating it. In fact, we got a doe and a fawn out here already, and we just now got set up, so hopefully one of these shooters comes in here and we're able to get it done tonight. What are you doing?
Crushing scent.
Scent Crusher.
That's how you crush scent.
Scent off. Game on.
Dude, turn on the camera. Here it comes. Dude, why don't you just use the app?
Okay. Wow, that's way better.
Tacticam. Share your hunt.
Well, after heading out west for another trip, I'm finally back home. We're gonna break out the decoys. We're gonna go after a buck I call Lefty.
Well, Steve, on November 6th, we thought we'd see a lot more deer this morning, but we really didn't. But this full moon is just kicking our butts, and the deer are just moving all at night, and they're not moving a lot during the day. But temperature held steady all day, about 48 degrees. We came in tonight, we're hunting Lefty again. Even though he's got a busted rack, I have it, but he's still number one on my hit list. We're hunting a plot we call the cemetery plot. We come in here and plant this killer food plot right around this bean field. There's a bedding thicket right there. We know there's another good buck in here. If either one of them show up tonight, we're gonna get it done. Well, we just had a young 2-year-old come in and put on a great show for us. He come into the decoy and he decided he didn't want any of it. But an awesome thing to see and watch. If you've never decoy hunted, it's a blast. This happens a lot.
Well, we've had a lot of crazy weather this year in Indiana, but we finally got the right wind direction and the right temperatures, so we're gonna go back after the Big 8.
Well, we just got set up. What an awesome encounter with a bobcat just came through. That's the second one on this property that Hunter and me have encountered. We don't have a season here in Indiana, but boy, we got the bobcat, so hopefully one year we get a season. I know where I'm gonna go to try to kill one.
James and Chuck's property in Indiana has a phenomenal age structure and a large population of both up-and-comers and mature bucks due to the hard work they put in the off-season and with managing these deer.
He was 47 yards, as close as he got. I was just waiting for him to turn broadside. He just wouldn't do it. He kept quartering towards me hard. At that distance, I'm not going to shoot a deer at that caliber. I wouldn't shoot any deer, to be honest with you, at that distance. So, he kept smelling something, smelling the wind, and then he just stuck off. He just cleared out of here.
A blast actually went off 2 feet to my right side.
And it broke right at the halfway point.
Hey, this has VIP warranty. They just told me to send in the parts. You buy a Vortex optic and it might be the last one you'll ever have to buy.
What are you doing?
Strategizing.
Me too. I know where I'm going.
Covert scouting cameras.
evening of November 8th, we had a great morning. Hunter and I did. We had 3 small bucks come in, 2 does. And the bucks were acting pretty frisky. They were coming after the decoy and stuff, but we shifted up this evening. We got a bean field over here. We got a big tree field over here where the deer are bedding. We got this creek bottom below us, and we know they funnel through here. And we're hoping, since we haven't seen a lot of action tonight, that we get back in the woods and we start seeing them cruise these ridges and stuff, scent checking for these does. The wind's coming out the east, so if they come down this ridge to scent check this bedding thicket, we should be on them. Big 7-pointer. I'm not for sure if he's 3 or 4 years old, but he's got mass. He's got good twos. He's real wide, but just not the kind of buck we're looking for. He came through here about 35 yards. We just let him walk. He's over there making another scrape and a rub. Hopefully something bigger comes in. We know we got 3 shooters in this woods, so I just need one of them to show up.
That's the Big 10. That's 150, 160 inch deer. Oh, holy. And he's down right there. Me and Hunter have hunted so hard. This is our 44th day in a row without seeing a shooter. That's the biggest buck we got in here. Beautiful 10-pointer. I grunted at him. I just told Hunter, I said, I gotta make him turn. I gave him a couple of grunts. He was rubbing a tree. I grunted at him again. Real aggressive. I knew he's the dominant buck. Right here, shot him at 10 yards. He was quartering towards just slightly, and I was putting it on his crease, and it hit just a little left. But we are done in Indiana with a freaking stud. Aaron Lewis, 250 yards from here, had that buck in the other day with JC, and a doe spooked underneath them, or they would have killed it.
What just happened?
So guys, thank you for scaring the does, because I just got it done on him. Oh. Well, we just got done. I actually needed a minute. I mean, this is my biggest Indiana buck, and we've worked so hard for it. The shut-eye tuck, a lot of people be like, man, you shouldn't shoot them like that. 10 yards, quartering towards the setup I used, the power that my bow's producing, 78 pounds of kinetic energy in that dead ringer broadhead. It didn't scare me at all. We're looking at him right now. He didn't go 60 yards, so we're gonna go put our hands on him. We know he's a giant 10. Got all kinds of covert trail cam pictures of him. I cannot wait to lay my hands on this one. He ain't shrinking, not at all. What a great buck. Oh. Good beams, good length, beautiful deer. This is exactly the deer we were looking for here. It's the biggest deer we got on our trail cameras and stuff. But it's been a rough year. Hunter came back and started filming again with me this year, and we laid some stuff down. It's our 4th animal, and you know what? A lot of people made this happen. Carlos Rodon, he told me to come to this stand tonight. He was hunting here last night, and we actually had a trespasser come in. They had to leave, and then, you know, Chuck told me this was a great spot. He come in here and hung the sets and everything, and this is the end result. It's just a freaking great looking 10. Beautiful buck.
Man, that pulled easy.
Of course, ice coating.
Victory Archery.
What are you doing?
Ice coating.
It's already on it.
The Carbon Arrow Experts. Monster Meal. Attract, nourish, enjoy.
With hunting being my passion, surprisingly, my wife Elizabeth has never killed an animal before. But it's late in the Indiana gun season, and we're going to try to get her first deer. We expect the deer to come from that way. We're going to put some scent bombs out, so if something comes behind us in the bean field, hopefully they see it before they get to either side of the blind, and they'll come in here to investigate, and we'll be set. They won't get downwind of us. Put some doe here. Spray a little buck on the limbs.
Food plot tonight, hoping to get my first deer.
It didn't take long for Elizabeth to start seeing deer in the food plot, and suddenly there was a good buck headed her way from the bedding area.
When he comes out. Okay. Slowly get on your gun. Slowly get your gun out. Easy. Easy. When he turns his head, let your gun out. Slowly, get on.
No, I went up his leg. I really did.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I think so. I'm deaf.
Well, it's loud, but were you right on the shoulder behind it?
Yeah, it was clear.
He was quartered a little bit. I think it's a good shot. Well, we came in here tonight. This is a little hidden killer food plot that we planned. We got a bean field to the south here, and we knew this was going to be a staging plot, and we've got tons of covert trail cam pictures of bucks coming in here. Elizabeth put a shot on a decent buck tonight. It's her first deer, way bigger than the first one I shot. So right here's where she shot it. We've already found blood instantly. We're going to start tracking him. That's a good one. Oh, you smoked him. You got a broken tine, but that's a good deer. You smoked him.
Oh, I did? What's the button?
You got a broken tine right there. That's a pretty deer. This was truly a season for me to remember. I was able to harvest my biggest Indiana buck with a bow. My wife killed her first buck, and it was a great one. I can't wait to try it all again, and hopefully I can have half the season I had this year.
Open Season TV is proud to be partnered with these fine companies.
Closed captioning brought to you by Spot Hog Archery.
What are you doing?
I got my buck bringer.
You need the MRT. Told you.
Wow.
World's toughest archery products.